Haven't even exited the game yet, and we're going to be going on to the next portion, going through Corel, and the stuff leading up to Golden Saucer. We're going to be going into Golden Saucer very shortly, actually, and hopefully we can get through this quickly. Just give me 2 seconds here. Just before we kick this off, get into my control panel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry, we're getting to it in 2 seconds here. Alright, so we've already saved. Let's get to this. Sorry that took so long. Just had to get something set up my chat on here for you guys. Okay, so now we're back out in here. Alright, so that's cost the soul right there. There's nothing really down by that peak, but we are going to head up this way. That is Golden Saucer there. Okay, so you know for reference that's where we're going, but we have to take the long way in. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is sense. There we go. So now we have, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, Grand Galan. So I did attempt to pronounce it anyways, but anyways. Yeah, so these guys here, as you can see, they like to throw razor blades at you. Fire is fairly effective against them. They are made of wood after all, and they do multiply. A little chubby chocobo on them. Alright, so we're going to continue back up this little hill here. We got to cut around there, and there's a trail that leads through the mountains. Now, you can use your triple speed, you can use your encounter none if you want. They're there for a reason, right? So Chocotos. And those guys are why you want to have soft on you. They tend to use stone and petrify your characters, which is pretty much the same thing as being killed, only you can't use a Phoenix Down or life magic to revive them. You have to use healing magic, Asuna, or you have to use a soft, which we just picked up there, so we actually have one now. And also you can go and pick that up from, pick up soft from the Costa Sol area. And we're gonna enter into this little mountain area. So we're hot on the trail of Sephiroth still. Just lets you know that we are going in the right direction. Oh, I didn't equip Facebook yet. And these enemies around here aren't too crazy, not overly strong or anything. They're just your basic everyday flying enemy. So obviously don't use earth magic on them, as they're flying, so it won't affect them. Wind magic is probably the best you could use against them. It'll actually do the most damage. That or lightning tends to be very effective against flying enemies for obvious reasons, I would hope. It's pretty straightforward. They're in the air. They're easier to hit with lightning. And we should go and equip. Oops. Materia. And now we're at the Corel reactor. Okay, so some flying fish, lightning, and air attacks again. As I said before, very effective against them. Or just beat the crap out of them with your weapons. Weak against wind. There you go. And just because it doesn't list a weakness against lightning doesn't mean they're not going to be weak against lightning as well. It'll just be slightly more effective than using something like fire or ice. Okay, and we're just going to continue down this way. Gonna run from that battle so I don't get petrified. And we're just gonna throw on some no encounter now. You've seen the enemies in this area, so you know what you're looking at. Okay. And like I said, it's always good to explore around. I'm not overly 100% sure where all the chests and stuff are unless I'm doing a section on just doing chests. Like for better weapons and things like that, I will actually put videos out for those as well, but this is just the basics of it. Okay, and we are gonna save here. This is always a good place to save, because in this next area you're gonna have a chance to pick up some extra items that are actually fairly effective. And this is the part I was talking about. And see, had I not done that, or had I done that better, I wouldn't have to have that save point there. But now that I have the save point there, I can come back and get these items. They're not always the easiest to get, because you have to land on that specific spot. Another trick is to go around and do this. And there we go, we got that one there. Which is the wizard staff. And we'll see if we can get one more. I tried to get the last one, or that first one there, but unfortunately I didn't get over far enough apparently. W machine gun. That's unfortunate, but we'll continue on. Turbo ether. Oh, there we go. And we got the second one. And then you climb back up, grab your item, and we can be on our way. Transform materia. Okay, so the transform materia, what that does is it allows you to shrink your enemies or turn them into a toad. Both pretty effective. Shrinking your enemies obviously will actually lower their defense, lower their attack ability. Turning them into a toad makes them pretty much useless. They can do very little damage to you when they're in toad form. And we got the W machine gun, so we'll equip that. We need to switch around our materia here a little bit. Get everything set back up, and we're good to go. Believe you want to go down first. No, you want to go up first. But going down first is alright, because we can go on here, switch, I can go and throw Eris in, so we can go put her new weapon on. I always like to throw all my spare materia onto characters anyways, as much as possible, because then you can go and oh damn, it's not gonna let me put it back. Oh fuck. Whatever. That's okay. You don't have to switch over. You can if you want. You can also go back here, hit the save point, and not even have to worry about it. Which is what I'm gonna do. So now we're going to go up across the top so that we can reach that switch to lower the bridge. Bridge is lowered. Why they couldn't just take this route is beyond me, but who am I to judge? Oh, well, there you go. That's why they couldn't take that route. There we go. I always love throwing these little secret areas in there too. So we can either take the treasure or leave it where it is. I'm taking the treasure. Screw you fuckers. Oh, Mama Bird's here. Sucks in life, right? One of my all-time favorite summons from any of the Final Fantasy games. Just because it was probably one of the coolest ones to see for the first time. Ten Phoenix down. And now you know where the secret area is. As soon as you hear those birds, you go up to the edge of the cliff face, and you just keep on mashing X around there, and it'll eventually throw you onto the ledge that you climb up. Once it's done that, you're golden. You climb up, you take your treasure, fight that whatever the hell it was called, giant bird, and yeah, you get your 10 Phoenix Sand. I believe there's also another secret over here. Yeah, there we go. Power source, mine source, and a tent. Yeah, that's pretty much the state of everywhere right now, bud. Sorry to hear your luck. Alright, and then we travel down this part of the track, and that takes us to the giant rope bridge that would be scary as hell to cross. And we'll be in the little town, Corel. And we'll go into the story of that shortly too. Once you find out the actual story, it's pretty brutal to blame him for the train coming in. Alright, and you got your item shop as soon as you walk in there. Okay, and you can listen to their story, or you can just buy stuff. Nether Transform, Maiden's Kiss, cures Frog, cures Small, cures Petrify, cures Sadness. Alright, so you can buy whatever you want from there. I'm just lazy and don't like to buy items. Kicks me in the ass sometimes, but meh. Okay, and then we've got new bangles that we can put on. Got a new sword for Cloud, and Molotovs, which are semi-new. I mean, you've seen the grenades, how they work, it's the same thing. Unfortunately, I can only buy one right now. there, so we're just gonna sell off some of this stuff. Horse stealer, even though we just got it. I would keep the 1x35 soldier. There, like I said, we can still collect more of those. Full metal staff can go. Metal claw can go. Go saver. Okay, oh, and cannonball. Okay, and now we can go back and buy the rest of these. Alright, now on to the next area up here. I find the triple time speed kind of screws with it somewhat, sometimes. Okay, so you can go around, you can talk to these guys. They will give you more of a backstory on Barrett. Then you can also stay the night, heal up and whatnot. Alright, and now we're off to the Golden Saucer. Okay, so this is just the backstory of how Barrett apparently caused the destruction of the town, and gives you a little bit of more of a story of who Barrett is, or who Barrett was before he became leader of Avalanche, and also the reasoning behind him creating Avalanche. golden saucer we go. Okay, do a quick save. Cost GP to do save here. I completely forgot about that. GP or game points, you have to earn them from certain areas in Golden Saucer. Oh, and I completely forgot. We need more money. Yeah, so you can buy a lifetime pass if you have the money for it. Generally, I wait until later on in the game to buy the lifetime pass, but your standard pass is 3,000 gil. Joys of them having shops down here. And the joys of us getting 10 Phoenix Stones. Oh, wow, yeah, I'm not selling that many. There we go, now we have enough. It doesn't do the full intro every time you go in, just a quick start. Oh, 30,000 gil. 30,000 gil for a lifetime pass. Okay, so we'll go in here. Now there's a few different ways that you can, do this. But the easiest way, or to get GP, the easiest way I find is going into, I believe it's the Wonder Square. And it's like a big arcade. Or you can do it through the special square. Enter Kate Sith. This guy is such a little weirdo, but at the same time, he's a good little dude. Run by one of the, well, no, that's spoilers. But yeah, he's a pretty crappy character to use, but at the same time, his dice toss limit break is actually pretty cool. And yeah, he just keeps giving us bad fortunes. Alright, yes, chuckable races and playing games here are the two ways you can get GP. So, the first thing we'll do is we'll come in here and we'll try out some games. And that's how hard it is to earn GP. Alright, and you'll remember this from earlier on in the game, most likely. Oh, 3 times speed, that's why. There we go. Come on, hit him. There you go. See, and 2 GP for that. I'm not even going to get into the mod game right now because that's way too long of a game. Aw, too bad. Not enough guilt. But that's it. There's games like that all over here. Arm wrestling you can do. And then you can also exchange it for prizes. What you want to get is either the either one of these two, you do want to eventually get each of them 20 and up. Easy win. And that's all my money. Okay, so there's lots of stuff you can do around here. But the easiest way, or pretty much all that you really want to do right now is brain fart. Right now, all you're really gonna want to do is the first place you want to go is to Ghost, I believe. Yep. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna go up to the hotel. And in the back room here, you should be able to find the Turtle Paradise poster. Another shop here for us. There it is. That is actually, I believe it is our second last Turtle Paradise poster that we have to find. Oh, sorry, we have 2 in Cosmo Canyon and 1 in Wutai. So we're gonna go and we're gonna try to hunt down the other characters that we have here. So we want to go to the Battle Square. And you can continue going around if you want. Like, you don't necessarily have to come straight here. This is just the next step in the storyline. You can go around to the speed area, which is a roller coaster. Chocobo area, which is betting. Event area, which has like a play that goes on. Wonder, which is the gaming area. And then Round, I can't remember. Oh, Round is the place that we go for the date later on. And now we get stuck in the desert prison. Every time I see that guy talk, I picture like some crazy guy going woohoo, like one of those old hick, chubby biker dudes that are oddly entertaining. And yeah, this gets annoying after a while too. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and save, as per usual. Okay, and just gonna do a quick look around. Let me out. Okay, so you got your basic item shop there. We're in a prison, so you're not gonna obviously see too much though. Oh my god, they're epileptic. Alright, and we're gonna save it here, and we'll be back to finish this off in a bit. As always, peace out. This is Tempest Panther. Blessed be.